India's middle class has long been considered the backbone of the nation. This group, often seen as the driving force behind the country's progress, plays a crucial role in shaping the social and economic landscape. They are the teachers, doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs who drive economic growth. Their contributions are not just limited to their professions, they also play a significant role in community building and societal development. This social group, aspirational and hardworking, forms the bedrock of India's consumer market. Their aspirations and desires fuel the economy, creating a ripple effect that benefits various industries. Their purchasing power fuels demand across various sectors, from automobiles to electronics. This demand not only drives production, but also innovation, as companies strive to meet the evolving needs of this dynamic group. Traditionally, the middle class has enjoyed upward mobility, with each generation striving for a better life than the last. Celebrations, milestones, and achievements are a testament to their relentless pursuit of progress and betterment. However, recent years have brought forth a wave of challenges that threaten the very existence of this vital segment. Economic uncertainties, rising costs, and job insecurities have cast a shadow over their once bright future. The middle class, once optimistic and secure, now faces mounting pressures that are making it increasingly difficult to maintain their standard of living, let alone aspire for a better future. The resilience of this group will be crucial in navigating these turbulent times and ensuring their continued contribution to the nation's growth. One of the most significant challenges faced by the Indian middle class is the high rate of taxation. This has been a persistent issue, affecting their financial stability and overall quality of life. The burden of taxes often leaves families with less disposable income, making it harder to save for the future or invest in essential needs. The introduction of the goods and services tax, while intended to simplify the tax structure, has inadvertently increased the tax burden on many goods and services. This has led to a ripple effect, where the cost of living has surged, impacting everyday expenses and making budgeting a more complex task for households. While the GST was touted as a one nation, one tax system, its implementation has been fraught with complexities and inconsistencies. Businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, have struggled to comply with the new regulations, often facing penalties and fines due to misunderstandings or errors in filing. For the average middle-class family, this translates to higher prices for everyday essentials. Items such as food, clothing, and household goods have all seen price hikes, making it difficult for families to manage their monthly budgets without cutting back on other necessary expenses. From groceries and clothing to electronics and entertainment, the GST has made it more expensive to maintain their current lifestyle. Families now have to think twice before making purchases that were once considered routine, affecting their overall standard of living and well-being. This is particularly challenging in a country where salaries and wages have not kept pace with the rising cost of living. The disparity between income and expenses continues to grow, putting additional pressure on the middle class to find ways to stretch their earnings further. The middle class, already grappling with shrinking budgets, is finding it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. The financial strain is not just a matter of numbers, it affects their mental and emotional well-being, leading to stress and anxiety about the future. Adding to the woes of the middle class is the relentless rise in inflation. This persistent increase in the cost of living is making it increasingly difficult for families to make ends meet. Every trip to the market is a reminder of how much more expensive basic necessities have become. While inflation affects all sections of society, its impact is disproportionately felt by the middle class. They find themselves squeezed from all sides, with incomes that don't keep pace with rising prices. This financial pressure is a daily struggle. This is particularly true for food prices, which have skyrocketed in recent times. The cost of essential items has surged, making it hard for families to maintain a balanced diet. Essential food items, such as vegetables, fruits, and pulses, have seen their prices soar, putting a strain on household budgets. Families are forced to cut back on nutritious food, impacting their health and well-being. The middle class, unlike the wealthy who remain relatively insulated, and the poor who often rely on government subsidies, bear the brunt of these price hikes. They are caught in a difficult position, unable to benefit from subsidies and not wealthy enough to absorb the costs. The rising cost of education and healthcare further exacerbates the situation. School fees and medical bills are climbing, adding to the financial burden. The middle class, aspiring to provide quality education and healthcare for their families, now face difficult choices, often compromising on their own well-being to secure their children's future. This balancing act is becoming increasingly unsustainable, leading to a sense of frustration and helplessness. Section 4. Economic slowdown. Impact on jobs and spending. India's economic slowdown has had a cascading effect on the middle class. Job losses and salary cuts have become increasingly common, particularly in sectors like manufacturing and construction. The fear of unemployment looms large, creating a sense of insecurity and uncertainty about the future. This economic uncertainty has also led to a decline in consumer demand. The middle class, once eager consumers, are now hesitant to spend, opting instead to save for an uncertain future. This decline in spending further exacerbates the economic slowdown, creating a vicious cycle that is difficult to break. Section 5. Technological disruptions, a looming threat. As if the existing challenges weren't enough, the middle class is also facing the looming threat of technological disruption. Automation and artificial intelligence are rapidly changing the job market, making many traditional middle-class jobs obsolete. While technological advancements hold the promise of progress, they also bring with them the risk of job displacement, particularly for those in roles that can be easily automated. This is a cause for concern, as it could lead to further unemployment and exacerbate the existing economic anxieties of the middle class. Section 6. The plight of the middle class. A looming crisis? The challenges faced by India's middle class are undeniable and multifaceted. High taxes, rising inflation, economic stagnation, and technological disruptions have created a perfect storm that threatens to erode the very foundations of this vital segment of Indian society. Their plight cannot be ignored, as it has profound implications for the country's social fabric and economic prospects. A shrinking middle class could lead to greater income inequality, social unrest, and a decline in consumer demand, further hampering economic growth. Section 7. Towards a brighter future, policy recommendations. Addressing the challenges faced by the middle class requires a multi-pronged approach. The government needs to implement robust policies that provide relief from high taxes, control inflation, and stimulate economic growth. This includes rationalizing the GST structure, investing in social safety nets, and promoting job creation. Furthermore, there is a need to invest in education and skill development programs that equip the workforce with the skills necessary to thrive in the rapidly evolving job market. The government, in collaboration with the private sector, must create an environment that fosters innovation and entrepreneurship, providing opportunities for the middle class to not just survive, but thrive in the years to come.